Hi, welcome to my studio. I'm Lori McNee, and today I'm going to show you how to gesso a hardboard panel. Hardboard is a support that many artists use, and we can buy this at the lumber yard. And it comes in 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch thickness. 1/4 inch is better if you're planning on painting large paintings because it's more rigid and won't warp. But the 1/8 inch is great if you're planning on taking it out in the field with your pochade box. It packs easily and it's lighter to carry. It has a smooth side and a rough side. I personally prefer to paint on the smooth side, and I add 2 or 3 layers of gesso, which I'll show you how in a moment, and then it makes a wonderful support for me to paint my oils. It also works for acrylics, and it's great for using impasto texture or other mediums that add thickness. And again, because it's rigid, it won't crack what's being painted upon it. Here's an example of a painting I did on a panel or board. And again, once it's dry, it's very durable. It's great for shipping, and the collectors really like it because if it gets dusty, it's easy to clean. You just take a damp cloth and gently wipe it off, and it looks good as new. Okay, so you're looking at the supplies that you'll need before you get started. Of course, you need to start with your hardboard panel to gesso, and then get a good grade of gesso paint. This is acrylic gesso I prefer, and it's fairly thick, and you can add water to thin it to the consistency that you prefer. And then I use a soft Chinese bristle brush, and I like the soft bristles because it doesn't leave a lot of texture. And then I use a foam roller for different textures. This smooths out the gesso. I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. Paper towel, Viva paper towels, because they don't have as much lint. They're fairly lint-free compared to most paper towels. And then I have this Sureform planer, which I use on the edges to round the edges down. And then this foam sander that you can use to sand down any texture that happens on the gesso as it dries, and fine or medium tooth sandpaper also. Okay, I'm ready to get started with my first layer of paint. Give it a little stir, and then I just start slopping it on. Right now you're looking at the edge of the hardboard where I just gessoed this. It's dry now, and you can see the raw edge of the hardboard or masonite, and it will wear off your bristles off the brush really quickly. So what I like to do is sand it down. I'll show you how to do the edges. And that's about it. Pretty easy. Okay, well here's the finished product. We just gessoed this nice board, and it's smooth and ready for painting. I did knock down a couple of these little bumps that happen when you're gessoing, and I just used that sandpaper, and then I spot gessoed over them and let it dry, and now it's ready to go. Also a tweezer, I remind you to use this, and it helps if you lose bristles in your paint, and it'll pluck it right out of there and make life a lot easier for you. Let me know how it works for you. I love getting the feedback, and thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you again sometime soon.